Hey guys, Matthew here. Welcome to my second episode of Spill the Tea. And today I'm not doing the whole celebrity spiel or anything like that. As I told you in my first video, this is something I kind of want to do to get real moments with you, speak heart to heart, and to just kind of open up about my life sometimes too with you guys, and maybe drama, although I hate drama. But that's the whole point of this, is me just letting you in on some information.
What is the 411?
I've had a lot of things that have come to mind the past few days, and I thought I'd just make a vlogging session with you while I sip on my tea, which today I'm drinking out of this. Yes. Damn, that's still really hot. Anyways, as tears come up to my eyes, I just wanted to let you guys in on what's been going on in my mind. So I've posted a handful of videos so far, done a lot of editing, spent a lot of time working on them, and obviously I don't have very many subscribers. Last I checked, I think I have 14. I appreciate you guys subscribing. I know starting a YouTube channel is going to take a lot of work, and it takes a long time to build up your audience, but I just wanted to kind of get some insight from you guys if you are listening, and if you want to provide some comments with anything that you've done that's successful, that's worked for you, things that haven't worked for you. But my whole mindset going into this, as I said in my first video, was I wanted to kind of do a lot of random things to just build up an audience first. So just trying to get people to know me a little bit more, see some of my style, type of things, how I talk, and things of that nature. But I feel like the past few videos have been a little too edited, and I'm too much of a perfectionist, and so I know that's a problem, because then I'll just spend timeless, I'll spend hours working on a video, and it's ridiculous. So I wanted today to be something definitely more toned down than the past few that I've done. I've only done a couple of unboxings. I'm working on another 2 videos right now. I still need to edit through. So I have some stuff coming out, but my whole thought process going into this was, like I said, to build up an audience and then let you guys in on some personal information, things that have been going on in my life, and the true reasons behind why I wanted to start this channel. But I feel like I maybe am approaching that backwards a little bit. So maybe you guys need to hear someone who you can relate to right off the bat in order to get their attention, and I'm hoping that's what this video does for you. So I'm not gonna lay out my whole life story or anything. I don't want this to become like a documentary by any means, but I did want to kind of just touch the surface a little bit on things that have been going on in my life recently that are bothering me, and also enlightening you on why I wanted to start a channel in the first place. So very briefly, a little bit of my background. As I said in my first video, I believe you should always pursue all of your passions. I don't believe you should only have to choose one. And what I mean by that from my personal experience is, once you get to college, you have to make up your mind on what you want to do. You have to figure that out. That's what college is for. Yada, yada, yada. You guys have all heard that. Even in high school, there are high schools. My high school back home, apparently, since last I heard, makes you have to kind of choose the field that you're going into right when you're coming out of 8th grade.
Hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
So going into 9th grade, are you wanting to be an engineer? Here's the engineering track. Here is the medical track. Here is the math track. It's ridiculous how 8th graders, mind you, 8th graders are having to choose what they want to do. I was 11 years old in 8th grade, first of all. I cannot imagine telling an 11-year-old kid,
get your shit together, get it all together, and put it in a backpack, all your shit, so it's together.
Not to get on a tangent, I didn't mean to talk about that for that long, but I just personally believe everyone can pursue everything that they love and they enjoy. And for me, music and science have always been two things that I love dearly and am intrigued by. So I did my undergrad in music performance. I played the clarinet, and I did the pre-med track, and I had a psychology minor. Okay, fast forward 4.5 years, then I pursued a master's in clarinet performance. Fast forward 2 more years, I started my master's in nutritional sciences at the University of Texas. And then fast forward 1 more year, and here we are today. I'm about to start my 2nd year in my master's degree, hopefully graduating in this upcoming May. And then I will hopefully stay here and pursue my PhD in the same department for another 2 to 3 years. So I wholeheartedly believe that you can do both. I don't think you have to choose one over the other. You just have to make it work. So right now, as I'm pursuing my sciences, I did choose to pursue the music first. But as I'm pursuing my science degrees, I'm teaching music on the side. I have a total of around 10 students right now. Just kind of throwing a number out there, but yeah, it's around 10 students. I teach clarinet and saxophone lessons. If you guys want to take online lessons with me, actually I'm not going to give you that information because I'm not wanting this to turn into something like I'm trying to get your money or anything. But maybe in the future I can tell you more details on that. But yeah, so I firmly believe you can pursue everything you want to pursue. But keeping that in mind, where I was saying I'm trying to build my audience right now before I get personal, and it's just not working, at least not right now. And I know, like, I've only posted a handful of videos. I'm not expecting much, but I don't know. It's just made me think about a lot of things, and maybe you guys need someone who you can just relate to first. And I know, like, whenever I was thinking about it, I was like, who are the YouTubers that I'm subscribed to, and why did I subscribe to them? And, you know, it's genuinely people who they seem like they are not doing it for the wrong reasons. And so I just have a few things regarding relationships that I'm wanting to talk about right now. So I gave you my whole background because being in performing arts, a lot of us like to stick together. So you have dance, art, music, I mean, theater, you have so many other like people that you can collaborate with. A lot of the performing arts, you collaborate together when you do Broadway, musicals, things of that nature. It's not just the actors, actresses, it's also the music, the performers who provide the music, you know, the composers, the directors, the producers, the stage managers, the props, who does the props? Art people.
You stupid.
Artists. Art people. Sorry, I did not mean to offend anyone who's into art. I was into art as a kid. I just don't think I could keep doing it or get better. But yeah, so everything's like a big collaboration. And so I'm spending several hours a week, or I was spending several hours a week in rehearsals, performing concerts, practicing in groups, like with all of my friends. And so it's easy in the music realm to make friends. And when you're in these large ensembles of like 60 musicians, and it's instantly a family. Like, it really is. Yes, there's drama, there are feuds between people, and then there are also those frenemy relationships because, you know, you're wanting to get that top spot, the principal spot, and so, you know, you're challenging each other, but you're still friends. You're friends with your competition. It's really great. But then once I got into the science side of things, that was not the case, at least not from my personal experience. With the science realm, at least in the graduate level, people are just more focused and toned in on like their dissertations and their theses if you're doing a master's. Like, and I get it. Like, I'm gonna be very busy this upcoming school year working on my thesis, and I know that, and it's coming. And but I just don't feel like there's as much camaraderie at least not here. And so that's why I'm like, I got to thinking back, and I told you guys in my first video, which I've now said for like the upteenth time, that I started this to create an environment where I can talk to people. Like, I want your input, and I want to hear from you. I want your support. I want to be able to support you and help you. And I've had so many experiences that I would love to share with you guys. But I've just not had very much luck with making friends here and with meeting people who are genuinely or who genuinely have my best interest at heart. And so it's just a lot of people who only want to use you, and so there's like a lot of manipulation and things of that nature. And so I just kind of wanted to talk to you about some things along those lines, and that's why I am creating this video today and had this super long intro to talk about it. First of all, as a gay guy moving into a new city, thankfully Austin is like the most liberal city in Texas, so there's a little more acceptance here. And that's not to say that I am liberal in my beliefs and politics and all of that, but as far as with the gay community, I feel like Austin is definitely more accepting than other cities, from what I've heard anyways, from other people who have lived in like Dallas, Houston, San Antonio. They say keep Austin weird for a reason. So, but anyways, I like to say keep Austin queered. So as a gay man, like, you're wanting to find and surround yourself with people who are okay with being around you. And I've struggled with that with my family some. Not that they don't want to be around me, but it's just they don't accept my lifestyle. And so that's been really hard on me because I can't talk to them about a lot of things that I would love to talk to them about. It's harder for me to process it because I always have to process it inward. I don't know if any of you guys have that problem. If you do, like, let me know. Drop a comment down. I'm right there with you. It's very difficult. And so as a gay guy, it, like, automatically when you want to meet people who are accepting of you, you tend to flock to those who are like you. I, got on Tinder, Bumble, and started swiping.
Eisenhower, let's get busy.
And I made it clear that I'm looking for friends. Ooh, that's nasty.
You definitely need some Tic Tacs or something, because your breath stinks.
But I've made it clear that I'm looking for friends every time that I've gotten on those applications. But it doesn't always end up being the case with the other person involved, because they're like, oh yeah, that's totally fine, but then they like try to make a move on you or something right like the first time you meet them. And it's just like, I don't understand why people are like that. And that's been really hard, and I've been ghosted so many times in this city. I've never had a problem like that until I moved here. I originally am from Tennessee, so I've lived in Tennessee in a couple of places. I've lived in Tuscaloosa, I've lived in Albuquerque, now I'm in Austin, and I've never had issues with that until I got to here. And people will make plans, whatever, talk to you. And this is kind of what got my mind rolling, was because a few days ago, well, now it's more like 4 or 5 days ago, but I've been talking to this guy on Tinder, and I was having a really great conversation with him for a couple of days. Just going back and forth. He had just moved here. He's also a grad student. He's starting his first year at UT. I thought we were hitting it off, and he was very receptive and like thought the same thing. And like eventually we got to talking. He was like, maybe you can give me a tour. He offered for me to give him a tour of Austin. And I obliged, saying, yeah, I'd love to, that'd be fun. The next morning, I go on Tinder and he unmatched me. And I'm just like, what the hell? Like, what the hell? I don't get it when people do that shit. That bothers me, because don't sit there and make plans. Like, it wasn't even me. Like, I was not the one who initiated the plans. He did. And then he unmatches me or whatever on Tinder. So I'm like, okay, what's going on with that? So I thought that was like super fishy, but that's not the first time it's happened, and that's happened so many times in Austin. I've been ghosted so many times, and obviously, or I wouldn't be making this video, right? It's just so annoying to me, and it agitates me. So have any of you experienced this, and have you ever gotten an explanation for it? Like, what do they say is the reason behind doing it? Like, I don't get it. One of my best friends here, really my only best friend here, she was saying that, you know, maybe he was in a relationship still and things were just getting messy, or maybe he's trying to do a long distance thing, didn't want it, but now he does, you know, and he just didn't know how to tell you. I'm just like, I'm one of those people where I would much rather you just say it to my face. Let me know if you're not interested. Don't ghost me. Like, I just feel like that's a very cowardly thing to do. Anyways, that's one thing that's just really been frustrating since moving here to Austin, is the gay community here is just super superficial. Like, they use you, like, your tools, and it's just ridiculous to me. If you've made it this far in the video, I really appreciate it. I'm just kind of venting out right now a little bit. I want to know if you guys have had any similar experiences as what I've talked about so far. Especially like if you're gay, even if you're not gay, like, let me know. Ghosting is something that happens to everyone, all of us, and we don't always get the reason for it. But like, going off of that and leading into this next thing that's really been bothering me, like with trying to get subscribers, like, there are all these groups all over Facebook and social media and whatnot where you can join them, and they do the whole Sub4Sub, subscribe to me, I'll subscribe to you, and all of this. But like, this has been like super frustrating because a lot of people on those are rude, like very rude, and I'm like, we're all starting out here. I don't get why we can't just support one another, and why you have to do the whole, it's like the same thing with Instagram. They follow you and then they hope that you follow them, but then they'll unfollow you. And I hate that. I just think that is so petty and ridiculous. If you're having to get followers that way, then your content needs to be fixed.
Well, damn.
Like, I'm sorry, but I just think that's ridiculous. And so I tried to do it a few times this past week. I had like, I think I only had 2 subscribers, and they were both people I knew. And then I tried doing that, and then I got like up to 10, and then I checked the next morning and it went down to 6. And I'm like, okay, so they were like subscribing and then unsubscribing. But the thing is like, sometimes people, after you do it, they're like, be permanent. I got so many messages from people after that, they're like, be permanent. And that's all they'd say. I was like, how rude is that? Like, to just tell people, be permanent, don't unsubscribe from me. Like, I don't even know you, like, and you're gonna talk to me that way? And I just thought that was so rude, to like say that to me when I just supported you. Like, no gratitude, it's just like, don't unsubscribe from me. And I even had someone explicitly say it that way. They're like, don't unsubscribe. And it blew my mind, like, shocked me that people were like talking to people that way. Every time someone subscribed to me, like show me the screenshot, whatever, that they did it, I always replied saying, thank you for supporting my channel. Like, and I never saw anyone else doing that. And it was just surprising that people would get something in return and then just be rude back to that person who just did you a favor, like watching the video for 2 minutes, whatever, so you don't get it counted as spam and all of that. But I don't know, I just found it to be counterintuitive or counterproductive because a lot of them didn't stick anyways. And then I'm just like, I'm subscribing to people who have content that I don't really want to watch anyways. So I was like, I'm kind of doing myself a disservice. And so I'm like done with using that, because you're gonna get subscribers who don't really care about your content, and they're probably gonna unsubscribe from you anyways later. And so it's just like, I'd rather just build my audience from ground zero with people who I know want to watch my videos, and that's why like, the first 2 subscribers were friends. But I'm still like, I don't want to advertise my channel and my social media yet, because I'm kind of like, I don't know how that would be received. And also, I just don't want to like put my name out there like I'm starting a YouTube channel, and then school starts up and then I get super busy, and then they're like, where are the videos that you should be posting? And I know I'm gonna post videos, but I just don't want it to become a thing like with friends that I'm around or anything. Like, I wanna wait and see how it goes, test the waters, and if it seems to go well, then I'll put it on my social media. But I don't wanna have to rely on my friends like to be my only support, because the whole point of this is to meet people from other places, people I don't know. I love meeting new people. I was an Uber and a Lyft driver for a little while, and I loved it because I got to meet so many people from so many places, even outside of the country, and it was amazing. So anyways, like, I know this vlog is like getting super long, and I doubt that many people are even gonna make it this far, but if you did and you at least can relate to some of the stuff that I talked about today, drop me some comments, inbox me, like ask me about some things. I thought this would maybe be a little more interesting than like an unboxing video or something right now. I'm just kind of doing those because I'm starting from like almost nothing. And so like I'm getting my studio equipment in, so I just kind of wanted to bring you guys into that realm a little bit, like of me getting some of my camera equipment and things of that nature, because I'm going to be using it in my future videos. And so that's why I wanted to do those. I'm not planning on this channel becoming a whole like unboxing only thing, or where I'm only reviewing products, although I do have another video I'm working on right now where I'm reviewing a product. I hope you made it through this whole video, and if you did, like, I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to listen to me. But if you believe in the power of love, isn't this cute? I got this at Pride a couple of weeks ago, and it's got the little equality. Love. I'm not into like the rainbow stuff, I'm sorry, like I'm gay, but I don't need to wear it. And it's, what's funny is that I'm actually probably wearing one of the like straightest shirts that I own right now with the American Fighter, back when I used to work for Buckle. If you could share my videos, I appreciate it. Hopefully some of the, what is it, baby? I hope you shut that door, because that was creepy. Okay, well, if you can click the subscription button, I appreciate it. We appreciate it. I hope you share this video. I hope you enjoyed maybe something that's a little more me and you time. Oh my gosh. Okay, bye. Be awesome every time you wake up, okay?